Hey, Earl.
Yes.
Emily Feline, the new chair, is not here today. So you'll be filling in for her, and I'll assist. Which basically means you'll just do what you normally do.
Yeah, because I don't really have, because I'm on my phone at somebody else's house and I don't have like the agenda printed out.
Oh, great, Earl.
Share it.
Well, I'm sorry, Sally.
I'll prompt you.
Oh, hey, there we go.
You'll definitely need the talking points, Earl, because we're going to practice those.
Okay.
But those were emailed out.
They were emailed.
So do you have the capability of pulling up an email?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm just not going to be able to switch through those documents so easily while I'm on Zoom.
Yeah. So don't worry, I've got the agenda covered, but you'll want to follow along on the talking points.
Okay.
That's our door over there.
How are you? That's a feast. That's wonderful. Oh. What am I doing first? Yes. Hi. I don't know you. Hi, my hands are full.
You're all good.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Darwin. My name is Patty.
Yeah.
Councilmember Beth.
Oh, hi.
Are we waiting for people? I think so, but we have
Why is everybody on mine?
They're there, yeah.
Why are they not here?
Well, Adriana's got a baby.
Well, I know but where's Earl? I would want to see him.
Earl's, I think,
Sylvie's not here.
She's there.
I'm here.
No, you're not here.
She wants to be physically here. She wants to see everybody again.
People here.
Robin is watching the Seahawks game.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm jealous, so I'm not gonna let you down.
No. I'm here.
Everybody will be free. You can't call in for that, huh?
Yes.
Okay. I need to sign up for something.
Yes. Okay, potluck tea. We'll just pass it around. Where is it?
I don't know.
Here it is.
I'm like, you had it.
Right here.
I pass that down to Patty.
Hey, Patty.
We're on there. Taco.
I was just complaining that not everybody's physically here.
If you have a favorite appetizer.
I'm there in spirit, Patty.
We'll take
Whatever's easy for you.
How come I'm not counting? 1, 2.
Well, there's 3 of us here.
Do I count?
Yeah, right.
Robin. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here today. We have a lot of fun, cool things to cover today, and some important information. The most important is, first I'd like to call the meeting to order, and call out an approval for August minutes. And I'd like to ask someone to approve those and someone to second that.
I approve. I second.
Was it Earl first and Robin second?
Yes,
I think I
ma'am.
was first by a hair.
And I'd like to start off the meeting. We're so excited to have a new Arts Commission member, Darwin Peters, second. And
Hey,
so
Darwin.
Darwin, would you just introduce yourself?
Yeah.
And we'll introduce ourselves.
Absolutely. I was looking for the camera so I can make sure I'm looking at it, but,
Right there, right in the middle.
Oh, there it is. You know, I've been looking around the social. Anyway, sorry. My name is Darwin Peters. I'm super happy to be here. I've lived in Lakewood since, well, I'm a military brat. So we moved to McCord in 1996, I think. And I've been here ever since, with the exception of my time in the military. So I'm prior service. I was in the Army. And we've been back for the last 7 years now. I have 7 kids. 5 are in the four.
Oh my gosh.
4 are in the Clover Park School District between Clover Park and Harrison Prep. I coach a track club out here. I have a digital media production business that we run out here. I'm a photographer and videographer, and just, man, I love Lakewood. So I'm happy to be a part of the Arts Commission, hoping to be able to bring some of my insight, I guess, to the group and to the city, and just excited to be working with everybody.
Wow, I'm impressed. Another overachiever.
Welcome.
We're so glad to have you. So glad to have you.
Thank you.
Let's go through and just each introduce ourselves and just maybe say the most notable thing about you, or that you'd like Darwin to know that tells a lot about you, or just a quick way of introducing yourself and what you bring to the table. And Sylvie, we can just see your nose up. So, okay. Why don't we just start with Patty and go around clockwise?
So I am Patty Bell. I'm one of the council members, and I am the liaison to the Arts Commission. And I used to be on the Arts Commission, so that's my thing.
And why don't you tell them where you work, if you have
Oh,
a similar field.
So I have an arts degree. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts, so I did go through all that. I used to be a graphic designer, and now I manage communications for the city of Kent.
Oh, awesome.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Robin.
My name is Robin Sutton, former military, psychiatric social worker for the VA for 23 years. Not that that helps me here at the Arts Commission. But I retired early, and I thought, what am I going to do with myself? And I turned to the theater, and I was an off-Broadway actress since age 55 to the current time.
Wow. Nice to meet you. That's awesome.
Adriana?
I'm gonna make this quick before my little one starts screaming again. So I don't even know how long I've been on the Arts Commission for, 5 years now.
I've got it. I've got a spreadsheet.
You do?
I'm gonna tell you. You've been on it for, Adriana, 4 years.
4 years.
Longer than that.
Hey. I was
Almost
with
5.
Clover. Yeah. Oh, I guess that's coming up soon, huh? Awesome. I was with Clover Park School District for 5 years. Recently became a mom, so that's what I'm doing now. But I'm also a jewelry artist, so I'm a vendor at the farmers market. And you can come see me on Saturday.
Earl?
Yeah, my name is Earl Borgert, and I think I've been on the Arts Commission for about 3 years. Maybe the spreadsheet consultation. Is that right? So, okay, and let's see, I've lived in Lakewood for maybe about 13 or 14 years, but I've always had really strong ties to the community. I've got a ton of family here that have been around forever. And in my profession, I do custom bridal jewelry as my my main job, and that's up in Renton. So I've got quite a commute from Renton to Lakewood, but it's getting better. Tacoma's pretty awesome nowadays, now that they finally finished construction after 20 something years. But yeah, and then it's been fun being on the Arts Commission, and one of the subcommittee things I do is I do the utility box wraps. So we'll do a little bit about that later on.
Sophie?
I am Sylvia Estrella, and I'm digital media production also. I do photography, video, and graphic design. I got my bachelor's from Brooks Institute, which was a long time ago. But I enjoy creating videos and doing photography, and I'm working on projects for the city and other projects. So, yeah.
Paige, are you on a swing?
What?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, but are you on a swing?
Oh, sorry, I'm on my porch swing. Sorry. Hey, Paige. Try not to move.
That's awesome.
Hi, Paige.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm Paige Hansen, and I've been on the Arts Commission for a couple years now. I started on the MLK committee, and happy and proud to be part of our Lakewood Community Services and Arts Services. I've lived here since 2001. My kids are at Clover Park High School and Harrison Prep High School now. I got 2 high schoolers. And I work as a DJ, a jazz DJ for KNKX from noon to 3 on the weekdays. So, and I'm also a singer and a songwriter and a musician. So it's great to be here.
Hey, Lonnie, you're up. We're introducing ourselves to
Darwin.
Hi, Darwin. Yeah, I'm Lonnie Neal. I've been on the Arts Commission for a long time at this point.
It's been 5 years.
5 years.
Well, this is coming in handy.
Right, going strong. Yeah, no, it's good fun. This is a fun group to work with. So my background is product development. So I'm an industrial designer by trade, and I've been helping out part-time with the city doing events and running special things.
I'm Nikki. I'm the office assistant for the Parks Department. I answer phone calls, shelter reservations, help with all special events, farmers markets, and such things. I also am on the Parks Recreation Advisory Board.
I'm Sally. So I grew up in Lakewood. I live in Lakewood. I live in the house I grew up in, and I have 2 kids. And been working for the city for 7 years. And I primarily focus on the Arts Commission and events that bring the community together. Love it.
And she does a great job of it.
Amazing job.
I'm Lua Pritchard. I'm the Executive Director of Asia Pacific Culture Center. It's all about culture. So I've been with the commission for 2 years now. I do a lot of work with Lakewood, City of Lakewood, in terms of what we do for the Asia Pacific people. And my fun part, I'm a mother of 21 kids and 35 grandchildren now, and 1 great-grandchild.
I did not know.
That's my fun part.
I actually went to school with Krista and Kavita.
So those are my nieces and nephews.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are we your kids?
That would be funny.
No, you're not.
What qualifies as your kids, right?
Krista used to be my hairdresser.
Really? Okay.
Right?
Oh, another fun fact. So what actually got me kind of interested in the arts community, I was actually part of the film festival.
Oh, fantastic.
Absolutely.
You were one of the teams.
We were one of the teams. Yeah. So I was the DP for one of the teams.
What was your team name?
What was our team? We were the DED film crew. So
Okay.
I was at Clover Park at the time, working on my degree in digital entertainment design. And so we had a team. I was the DP for that. So
Very cool.
that's kind of what got me interested. Because that was such an awesome event.
That's good
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, no, totally.
Okay,
I have
thank
to
you,
go get my
everyone.
talking points on
yourself
that.
up for some work.
So welcome from all of us.
Thank you.
All right, so the next new business is the Arts Mission Retreat. It was so fun last year. We did we had an artist come in, and they led us through a painting, the paint and sips that you can go to, and it was like that, except just us at Lakewold, which is the most beautiful setting. I'll never forget the look on your face. You're in your happy place. So far, everyone has RSVP'd yes. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the 29th of September. It's a Thursday from 3 to 6 p.m. Babies are allowed. to be there, Adriana.
So we're past baby stage. She's full on running around, walking, saying no, no, no when she's not supposed to be doing something, but she's doing it. So we're past the baby stage. So that's going to be a really tough decision for me to bring her. So that's
Okay, whatever works for you. But we hope to see you there. We hope to see everyone there, even if it's popping in and saying hi. For everyone else, it'll be 3 to 10 when all our energy coalesces and we come up with great ideas. And it's just before we have to develop our work plan for 2023, so the timing's really strategic. Okay, and so we have a sheet here for potluck. If you want me to add anything now that you know you're gonna bring, I'll just do that. You can shout it out. Several people have already signed up.
Sally, what's the date again? Sorry, what's the date again?
September 29th, Thursday, 3 to 6 p.m.
Thank you.
I just have one question. Is Lua bringing food again?
Yeah.
Because I am
Yeah, he wants me to
I'm
bring
gonna
the same thing.
fast because it was so good. It was bomb. I can't wait. Thank you, Lua.
When I created the new spreadsheet, I left what Lua brought last year. I just took the liberty of it.
Exactly.
Okay, so please email me what you're going to bring and I'll add it. Thank you. Susan's not here, but she has secured the artist who's gonna lead us through the paint and sip, and it is the artist who is highlighted right now at Lakewald.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I think Lonnie went to that opening, but if you'd like to see the work of the artist, they're being shown right now at Lakewald Gardens.
Is that the Coyote artist?
Pardon?
Is that the Coyote artist?
I don't know about the Coyotes. I know it's a man and he's got a tricky name and I didn't write it down, I don't think.
Travis,
Yeah, Travis. So Lonnie, did you go to the Lakewald Art opening for Travis? And does he do wolves, coyotes?
I did not see any of that in that artwork that was there.
It sounds like a no on the coyotes.
Okay, that was the artist before maybe.
Okay, so, the next really important thing on the agenda is the Joint Commission meeting with the City Council. So, for those of you who haven't been, this is our one chance, and just a reminder to everyone, that we have the City Council's full attention. It's the only time of year, it's only the Arts Commission face-to-face with City Council. Nothing else is on the agenda. So, it's our time to speak to them about our accomplishments, and ask some questions, ask some pertinent questions. So I want you to be thinking about some questions to ask the city council members so that I can write those down and submit those ahead of time. I also need an RSVP from everyone. My hope is that we'll have 100% participation. And my hope also is that everyone will talk. And I put together talking points that we're gonna practice today. We'll practice one more time at our one meeting a week before the Joint Commission meeting, which is, please put this on your calendar, October 10th.
And is it in person?
In person or Zoom in council chambers. I think it'd be easiest to be in the council chambers. I won't have a big crowd, so we can really space out. And it's at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. October 10th. So can I get an RSVP right now? I just want to go around the room and, okay, Louis in, Darwin's in, Louis, Darwin, Patty will be there. Robin.
I should be able to.
Okay, Robin. Paige.
I can be there.
Earl, yeah. Sylvie.
Yes.
It's Columbus Day. That's Columbus Day holiday.
We still have, it's not a city holiday.
Yeah, okay.
City holiday.
It's not a legal holiday.
Nope, it's not.
That means my husband gets it off.
Yeah.
He's a banker.
I would say one thing for this meeting that I would assume, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get questions on, would be the artwork at Colonial Plaza. I would be very, have a lot of facts on it, when the installation, what's happening, give a good progress report. I think that you probably would also wanna make sure you touch on the uplighting and what's gonna be happening with that, with the oaks. I know that that's a sticking point too. So I wanted to make sure that you guys are successful at the council meeting, and I think that those might be more, everything else seems really good, but I know that that is something high on the priority list of wanting to know what the progress is and how it's going.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. I just think it will set you guys up for so much success and keep the momentum and the positivity going, and really just keep everybody on council ignited for this.
So I just want to thank you, and then I want to remind everyone that we have the talking points. We're going to go over them. I assigned everyone a talking point, but that's not set in stone. If you don't like what you're presenting on, you do not have to present on it. I tried to make it have some correlation to your work and what you've done and what you were involved with. And if there's something you'd rather do or not do, just let me know. But we are actually going to go through and read these as practice. But what it is it's really, for Darwin, it is, we can think about it explaining to him what we have done. But on that note, it is keeping it short and sweet. And I want to remind you all that when we address the council members, a lot of us know them by name, like Patty, but it's council member Patty Bell or Deputy Mayor Mary Moss. We don't want to just call them by their first name. We want to precede it with city council member or council member. Correct. Yeah. And then secondly, they don't want to, well, as Mary would say, you know, they don't want to hear from me. They've heard from me. I do all the presentations. They want to hear firsthand from the council members. So I will very much be in the background, but I'll prep you and help you out, okay? So everything here that we're talking on was in our work plan for 2022. These are the Arts Commission accomplishments for 2022. So it's really something to celebrate and be excited about. So Sylvie, you're the first person to speak. I went chronologically, so that's in January, so MSK's first. And would you like to just read through that? And of course, you can put this in your own words. This is just me getting something on paper for you.
Okay, I'm trying to pull it up. And I can't open the attachment. So you want to go with the next person while I'm trying to do that?
Yeah, sure. And it's in an email, right?
But I'm logging into mine.
Okay, so the next person is Emily, who is not here, and she's speaking on recruitment and retention, and she's going to say that we currently have one vacant spot on the Arts Commission, that our chair, Linda McDermott, who was with us 6 years, resigned, and that Emily took over as chairperson, and Earl remains the vice chair and has been in his role for 6 years. How come I said 4 years before? Okay, we need to figure that out. Earl, we need to figure out how long he's been on here. This year, we've brought on 2 new members, Robin Sutton and Darwin Peters, the second. You like to have the second?
It doesn't matter, actually, yeah.
I just wanted to say we're so proud of the longevity of our members, and I put a chart on these talking points, so with everyone's name and how long you've served. We'll go back and double check it, but you know, we've had people that have served 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, 4 years. It really feels like a family, and that cohesiveness is so important. Launch us forward to continue to launch us that are successful. Okay, and then we go on to special events at Colonial Plaza, and that's Luau.
In 2022, we implemented an all-new series called Saturday Street Festivals on Motor Avenue. Patty Bell designed the flyer and created a great look and feel. There were,
Well, I think it shows we're being frugal and resourceful and
I know,
also
but
that you're,
I don't really tell anybody.
okay. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Let's take it out. I don't need anything. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, though.
there were 4 events from 4 o'clock to 8:30 p.m. Dancing in the Street, Carnival of Cultures, Jazz Night and Car Show, and Fiesta de Familia. The events were in May, June, August, and September. Because it got dark earlier in September, that event ended at 7:45 p.m.
You know what, I'm gonna cross that off. We don't need to go into that level of detail. Okay.
Dancing in the Street event was one of our biggest, proving once again that our community loves to dance. For the Carnival of Cultures, I booked performances through APCC. We had performers that represented the country of Japan, Hawaii, New Zealand, Tahiti, Caribbean, India, Korea, West Africa, Thailand, Mexico, Okinawa, and Samoa. The goal was to make people from all cultures in Lakewood feel welcome and seen. The weather was a bit drizzly, which affected attendance, and which is a challenge at this location because we are subject to the whims of the weather.
So let's pause. Councilmember Belt, do you feel that that's just too much detail?
I do, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll cut out the part about the weather, but what
I like
about?
all the cultures that
Yeah,
are listed. I think
Okay.
that's really good.
Okay.
Jazz Night and Car Show was a success. It was fun to give out trophies to the Car Show winners title. Fan favorite, police department favorite, fire department favorite, and mayor's choice. It was a fun way to involve other city departments. Fiesta de la Familia was chosen as a theme because 405 of the student population in Clover Park School District is Latino.
That should say 40%. Sorry.
40% of the student population in the Clover Park School District is Latino. Our commission member Sylvie designed the flyer for Fiesta de la Familia, and Clover Park School District had it translated into Spanish. The event also had a Latino art exhibition titled Art from the Latino Culture by El Salon de Arte.
We can skip the mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rotating artists at City Hall. No, that's Lonnie.
That's
Sorry.
me.
Yeah.
Let's see, so, is that enough on Fiesta de la Familia?
So
I
I think we should say the event had live music.
The bottom.
Okay.
The event had live music and performances from Mexican folkloric dance to Tacoma Arts Live Student Group, Cuban music, Panamanian performers, salsa, and other Latino entertainers. The food included street tacos, Mexican corn, tamales, empanadas, and carne asada steak with chimichurri sauce over fries for a few examples. There was also a sand artist.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, because you did give all the descriptions of Carnival of Cultures and other things like that. Gives a little feel.
Okay, Lonnie.
Okay.
You're gonna talk about rotating art.
Rotating artists have been not rotating. Yeah, we have not had any rotating artists since prior to COVID. The concept with rotating artists is we have some, am I supposed to read
You're
the
just
script?
reading the script.
Okay. Yeah. We had taken a break from this program due to COVID and are getting back into the swing of things. We had 2 artists display their art at City Hall. We consulted with one artist to see if we could install up to 50 pieces of art in the lobby. And currently we have purchased hangers for the art, and the plan is to get this going underway again.
Right.
How
Should you
So-
say that they're the RAP guy?
Pardon?
Should you say that they're the same guy that does the RAP? Aren't they the same?
Oh, the current, we could,
The current one.
we could,
Yeah,
we could say
do
something
that.
about that, yeah.
So Mauricio Robamino. And so the thought is, so there's the art show at Fiesta de la Familia. So the thought is, I've been talking to those artists, is that the ones that are doing the show, there's about 6 that they would rotate through. So we'd already have our artists.
Perfect, yeah, that's a
Okay.
great idea.
I'm gonna type the part out about we consulted. I'm just gonna say we purchased hangers for up to 50 pieces of art. Okay.
Are you gonna say anything like this is a continuing program, or, you know, look out for different art that's gonna be changed out X amount of times a month, or a year, things like that? Do you have any?
Yeah, that's great. I'll say look for
we probably
quarterly,
should.
Yeah, something like that.
rotating art.
Yeah, the original plan was quarterly, but we'll have to figure
Yeah.
that out.
Whatever, just some sort
Yeah.
of timeline.
I'll just put
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Starting right away, okay. Okay, great. And then the progress on the Gateway Arcs by John Fleming. So this is the public art at Colonial Plaza, Darwin, that we're implementing. Okay. So,
I'm ready,
Talk about
Sally.
should I help start with uplighting?
Please.
Let's start with uplighting.
I think if you.
Okay. We're gonna start with the uplighting. So this city is actually implementing the uplighting, of 3 oaks, behind the Gateway Arc, closest to CVS. That is going to happen and is underway. Second?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't see it mentioned.
Yes.
Are there people on the committee who are just worried that it's not happening,
No,
or?
you just need to make sure but if it's not mentioned,
Right, okay,
then it will sound like it's not happening.
got it,
And I know that was an add-on at the end. You can go to
right.
Very important.
Okay.
Sally, I'm ready.
So, I'm gonna, tell you about, the latest progress, with John Fleming and the 2 Gateway Arcs that he proposed. He has manufactured the triangle openings with Lakewood Lake design cut out from large 1/6-inch steel plates, and you can actually see it here. This is it.
Cool.
Those are the 2 arcs. They have been manufactured. The plates were shipped to Portland and rolled into arc shape. 3 arc shapes were shipped back to the metallist shop in Everett. 112 2.5 wide aluminum strips etched with stories from the public engagement workshop were created. Structural design with the concrete anchors, base anchors, is complete. The building permit has been submitted. And the artist has responded to the initial building department permit request comments. And then the work that's still underway is the studs need to be welded to the inside of the arc where the aluminum strips are attached, will be attached. The row application, he is still waiting for the building permit approval. He's contacted 2 concrete subs for concrete work and is awaiting price quotes. Our hope is to have the unveiling of the 2 Gateway Arcs at the Christmas Parade of Lights on December 10th.
Cool.
The parade's starting from Colonial Plaza, so it'll be a perfect fit.
Can you say, like, details to come on the unveiling or something like that? Meaning that just so they know that some sort of fanfare. I don't know if there is fanfare, but.
It's on the weather.
We'll make fanfare.
Make some fanfare over this.
Turn the lights on.
Something.
We have cowbells.
Yeah, and I definitely make sure you say that, because it's been asked about, when is this happening?
Yeah, for the lot. You can see that. Thank you. And then, and I don't know that I'll be the one talking on that. I'd like to not be, so I was gonna ask Emily And then Earl, you'll talk about the signal boxes.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Earl Borgert, and one of the things I am involved in with the Arts Commission is installing these beautiful wraps around some of the utility signal boxes around our area. We started this a couple years ago, and we installed 10 boxes. We did 4 in the first year of 2021. And then we did 10 after that for a total of 14. And I'm sure everybody in this room has actually, had a chance to see that, because we've gotten some great feedback over the boxes that we've installed so far. And then this involves selecting artists that we have art that speak to the specific communities in which we install the art. And we also are involved in selecting the signal boxes. A strategy by which we do this is included by determining traffic count numbers, blighted areas, and low-income areas, as well as the impact. And this has been a pretty exciting thing. I've enjoyed being part of this, because not only does it showcase a local artist's work, it helps to deter graffiti, brightens our community, and also helps out a local business, because these pieces are manufactured right here in Lakewood as well. So thank you.
And then I'll be adding the budget, which the 5 locations in 2021 cost $10,808. And the 10 and I'm saying locations, I'm saying 10 locations because some of them were double boxes, so it's just easier to say 10 locations. Cost $22,000.
Okay.
$985.
Thank you for those numbers, Sally. That kind of gives us a good perspective of the years to come.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think numbers are good,
And
especially when
then,
they aren't exorbitant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can say, our plan is to install 10 more.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'll add that. And I forgot, please start by stating your name before you speak. Say who you are.
Earl did good.
You did great.
Yeah, Earl did good. You passed the test, Earl.
And I know it's awkward now,
I've
but
done it before.
And then Lonnie's gonna do a real life.
I'll do a real life, and then Darwin, you don't even know it yet. You're about to help me. Since you were a competitor, because I know I've got something not quite right here. So I'm Lonnie Neal, and I participated in helping with Real Life 96. So on March 19th in 2022, the City of Lakewood Arts Commission hosted the inaugural Real Life 96. It's a short film competition that gave 33 teams the opportunity to write, shoot, and edit a 5-minute film over the course of 4 days. Oh, okay. Sorry, I went rogue on my own. Registration was from November to January 5th, 2022. The competition started on February 10th, and it required 3 elements to be included in the film, which were a lit candle, dancing, and this is the part that I don't remember, Darwin. The quote, "Sometimes you have to be grateful for what you didn't get."
Sometimes you have to be happy for what you don't get. I will
Thank you.
never forget.
Because it's awkward.
Yes.
It's not a.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, thank you. I was looking for the specific thing in our.
We're trying to figure out if it was.
Thank you. There you go. Already put you to work. So each team had 96 hours to complete their films. March 19th, the gala screening was at the McGavick Center utilizing city lodging tax grant money. Complimentary meal was provided by Chick-fil-A. Original House of Donuts provided donuts. There were 2 food trucks, and beer and wine were available. All films were shown on the 4 big screens in the McGavick Center. We had 15 distinguished community and council members who judged the films, and thank you to the council members who participated. That was a tremendous help for our team. Cash prizes were awarded in the categories of Best Script, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Ensemble Cast, Best Cinematography, Best Use of Elements, Best Editing, and the Audience Choice Award. And there were approximately 460 attendees at this first gala.
Hey, Lonnie.
Oh,
Hey, Lonnie.
yeah.
Can you, is Sally there?
Yes.
Can you add in about the medallions and that they were created by a local resident, longtime resident, his company did?
Yeah.
I can't remember the company right now, and I'm the one that asked them to do it. But I can get you that information. Northwest.
Okay. Yeah, we can certainly say that we had that there were, the custom-made medallions were distributed to all of the filmmakers and participants.
And they donated it. They donated the medallions.
Yep. Okay.
Thanks.
And then the conclusion statement is that we had several professional filmmakers and school film educators participated in Real Life 96, and they complimented it as one of the best organized and executed film competitions that they have ever participated in. We had a tremendous amount of good feedback on this first event.
Excellent. Now my thought is they're going to say, well, are you going to
do it again?
And as we all know, Linda and her daughter pretty much single-handedly, we helped too, but she, without her, would definitely not have happened.
Yeah.
She spent probably 60, 70 hours a week on this for months. And she is no longer on the hard side. Crash. Yeah. So we can keep it.
Look at Patty.
We have Darwin now too, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I would hate to see
It died. It was an amazing event.
It really was.
So I think we could say, we're looking at doing it again. It would require contracting out and hiring a few people to run that with Linda gone.
Yeah.
Probably that's a good way to go. Right, so they know that it's not something that we can manage.
Yeah. Are you going to have a cost associated with that? Because that will be the next question. How much money is needed?
About 40, 30. Well, we could do it for a lot less. I think we could do it for. I'll look.
We should sit and look at that.
I would think something that
I think we could do it for.
Yeah, I don't know. Because then I would think it would be asked, is this something that's been brought forward before for asking of money, like, LTAC type stuff, or where do you guys, because you did do your big ask.
And I didn't submit anything for it, so that's no problem.
And the budget is pretty much locked up right now, so. Yeah.
Because that just, it wasn't realistic.
Yeah.
So I'll say, I'll add, if we continue this event, it would require hiring 2 consultants and getting significant sponsorship.
Yeah. Well, she had everything sponsored, didn't she? I mean, there was a ton sponsored.
The food, we had a lot donated.
Yeah.
But the cost was close to $40,000.
Where did the money come from last year then?
30 was from LTAC.
But do you already have that other LTAC money allocated somewhere else right now?
I didn't apply for it.
Oh, you didn't?
Because I don't see how we could do that.
It's a lot.
Okay. But that said,
maybe we should try to have a subcommittee meeting on this, or.
I think that'd be a great
and
idea.
just have just a real life brainstorm,
So let's put that, let's have a subcommittee meeting on that.
To just try to figure it out. Yeah, because we had to hire the video folks. We had access to the McGavick Center, which is beautiful, but, we had a whole video production crew that had to, run all the films and, sequence the timing of that, and that's just stuff that I can't do, I don't know if you could do it, you know? So there are some hard costs in there that we can't avoid.
So I'm willing to put in serious work to make sure that this happens in time, just because I know as a local kind of videographer, aspiring cinematographer, right, how important it was to the community to have something local, because aside from, I think there's one in Tacoma and one in Seattle, there's really no other film competition in the area. But I think that there's also some pretty cool room for partnerships with the community colleges, Bates and Clover Park Tech, that we could possibly get some assistance there for some of the things, like the video production, getting that stuff at the McGavick Center and things like that. But yeah, I would love to make sure that this happens.
I would say if you're gonna talk about it, and if you could pull out the we need contractors, we need funding portion right now, and wait to see if you could firm up some other stuff first, and then come back when you have something solid and say, okay, we need 10,000. You know what I mean? Something like that. It would be less scary, or not, you know, less, you would get more buy-in, and I think everyone loved it, wants it to happen, but when you come across and say, well, we'd love to do it, but I need 2 contractors and 40,000, whatever it may be, whatever the amount, it can get, you know, the reception on it, I don't know if it would be as good. So I'd love for this to go somewhere, and if you're thinking, great, you want to do stuff, and you can bring more people in, maybe get that together first. Before that.
Okay, so we'll need a very quick follow-up subcommittee meeting. So on that note, Darwin, I'm gonna put you on the Performing Arts Subcommittee, which is, works on the film competition.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's good.
Welcome aboard.
Okay, so, Lonnie, you're the kind of the lead on this
I see
now.
that. I see how that happened.
So I'll work with you to pick a date and time, and Darwin will, what is your schedule roughly like? Evenings, mornings?
Mornings, evenings. My life revolves around my kids' schedule, so it's
So when they're
pretty,
in school, you're kind of.
basically, it's, yeah.
You're
That's with 7 kids.
Yeah. And they're all in
I know,
school.
you're like that.
They're all.
Okay.
I know.
Mine are all grown up.
I know, but back in the day, sure.
Okay, so, you've taken notes, we need a subcommittee meeting. Okay, wonderful. So I'm making a lot of edits to this, so please, you know, don't keep your talking points because they will change and be updated. And I don't want you to get confused. All right, so Summer Nights at the Pavilion, Paige, I've got you down for this.
Well, hello, council members. Great to see you all in person. I'm hoping to be there in person. I'm Paige Hansen, and I've been on the Arts Commission for a few years. I work at the radio station KNKX as the jazz DJ in the afternoons. I'm also a longtime Lakewood resident, bought my first house here in 2001, have 2 teenagers in the public school system, and generally love living my life here. I'm also a member of the board at Lakewood Playhouse. I'm here to talk to you about the wonderful Lakewood series we had, the Summer Nights at the Pavilion, outdoor concert series at the beautiful new pavilion. Thanks to the lodging tax grant, we were able to have 6 summer concerts at the new pavilion at the park at Fort Stewart. The bands were Aphrodisiacs, Pan Wizard Steel Orchestra, Herding Cats, Olsen Brothers, Candy Shop, of which I'm a member, so it was a lot of fun, a Good Company Swing, and Paperback Writer. The biggest crowd, Paperback Writer. They're a Beatles tribute band, and they were passing on tour, and they brought people as far as Seattle. And all the attendance was between 250 and 450 folks. And we love to have the synergy between the farmers market and the concerts this year. It was great having them on the same day, overlapping times. You could see the market from the pavilion and vice versa. Lots of people shopped, had dinner and a picnic, and enjoyed the music. Thanks so much for making that possible.
Thank you. And just a note on the Pan Wizard Steel Orchestra, that was free. They were also just passing through on tour, and they came in. It was, what, a 30-piece, 50-piece? It was huge, huge, amazing, and free. So, and just in case they ask. And then Susan will talk about the Arts Commission retreat, that it's the date, time, and place, and what we're doing. And then Emily will talk on the Christmas parade and tree lighting. So obviously these things haven't happened yet, but they will happen and they are on our 2022 work plan. And she'll say that the Christmas parade and tree lighting is happening December 10th. So all of you can put that on your calendar as well now, December 10th. The tree lighting, 4:30 to 5:30. If the plan is to have an in-person parade, so it will not be a drive-by, and it'll start at Colonial Plaza, which is a new location. And it'll end at City Hall for a formal tree lighting. The commission members will judge the floats and have trophies for 3 categories, including most original float, most spirited float, and best overall appearance. We hope the city council members will hand out goodie bags again, wave, and see the smiles on everyone's faces. Okay. So I hope that serves to just also remind you of all the great work you've done. Accomplished a lot, and it's our chance to tell the city council about it. And please feel free to take the final draft once I correct it, put it in your own words, make your own notes, and you can use that sheet of paper. This is just so you know kind of the basics of what needs to be said, and also to help you not run on, too much. Okay. Thank you. Annual work plan review and development of 2023. So on your agenda is the annual work plan. On the last page. This is, where was there? It starts in January, goes through December. This is what I'm submitting to the city council, city clerk, for the meeting on October 10th. But it goes through every month what we accomplished and our special events. What we need to do is, it's fun to review. We approved this, in the beginning of like in December of last year, and we need to do it again for 2023. So I just want you to be thinking about it. We don't need to do that today, but we'll need to have a work plan for 2023 in December. So maybe in November we'll really start working on that.
I had one thing I would like to float out there to add to the work plan that has been talked about for the Arts Commission to possibly think about. So it's not, of course, the one roundabout that has the Lotus in it, but the other roundabout, which one is that? Is that military, not veteran?
Yeah, there's one.
Where the middle is empty.
Yes.
There's veterans, so it's right before us, the one.
Yeah, I think so.
And by Lake Long?
I think it's that way.
Okay.
That's not where the Lotus is, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The Lotus is on Washington.
Yeah, so that one. You guys want to start thinking about possibly a way of trying to get some public art there? I know that has been floated out there and brought up, and this would be great if the Arts Commission could think about this. So I think it'd be something good to add to the work plan for next year.
I will remind too, that we have developed a public art work plan.
Yes.
And that is in that.
I know.
To be approved, and if the funding gets approved, we can certainly do that.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know how you guys wanted to even maybe start thinking about it, bringing it up. I wasn't sure.
It's funny you say that, because I was like, I wonder what council will approve this year of that public art work plan, because it had a very clear 6-year budget.
So you might want to even bring it up as something that we would really like to take on if you guys want to. It is in the plan, so we're looking for your support on this, that kind of thing.
Okay. Let me just write that. Yeah. I did.
Getting my city confused today. Names, everything. Like, well, yeah, we have nothing there. And I'm like,
Wrong town.
Yeah. It was a secret first name and my last name. Yeah. I was happy to do it like
that is a really good reminder that we put all this work in developing this public art program, and it's a 6-year program for implementing public art along with a budget. And I think maybe in a meeting, Nikki, we should review that as a team and prior to creating our 2023 work plan.
I think that's a great idea. I know he loves Boulevard.
Yeah.
And I'm right there with him, so.
Well, I thought Lakewell might come through with something for that space with the Ryman boys, or the, I guess. Okay. All right.
Not that I've heard of, but I don't know.
Okay. And then unfinished business, we discussed, I just gave you the update on the public art, the Gateway Art. So I'm working very closely with John Fleming, as is Stacy, because of the permit process. And the update you just heard is his update. And then the signal box wrap, I'm going to let Earl discuss the signal box wrap. And I did put together a PowerPoint that I want to show first really quickly, Earl, of everything we've done to date. So Darwin can see, everyone can be reminded of the 14 we've done to date, and then what we're going to do next. So we're going to start with our 2021. We're going to do this real quick. So still across by Kelly Loney is at Silicon Boulevard and Lakewood Drive. Oh, that was weird. Oh, it's because people's faces are there. So I kind of wanted to show you what it looked like just when they submit the art and then how it looks on the wrap. Okay? Thank you. On the top, you can see the wheels.
That's kind of fun, it's on the top.
This is the Tribal Quilt by Rosa Cruz on Bridgeport and San Fran Avenue. This is in a more blighted area that the council was interested in having us. So, well, this is Colorful Rocks, also by Rosa Cruz. She ended up doing the second box as well. Awesome, yeah.
We should probably that's my favorite.
This is my favorite.
I love that.
This is Leap of Faith by Katie Bean. It's on South Tacoma Way in 84, so kind of on the tail end of the International Boulevard, which is, yeah, so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And so in 2022, here's what the 10 that we did.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. Luminous Horizon. Anyways, maybe it is. Anyway, Susan Russell Hall opened up her art collection to us, and she's a famous artist in the United States and lives here in Lakewood. This is Matt Rainier by Christine Westfall and New Horizons by Susan Russell Hall.
In minutes, I have an order for you. Okay, thanks so much. All right, this is Robin.
All right. So this is The Green Heron by Christine Westfall on Ardmore and Skillicum. Looks amazing there. This is called Lakewood's Curiosity Cabinet on Skillicum Boulevard and Far West by Jennifer Hitchcock. So I love I just wanted to, can you move that far so I can read the description? Because there's a lot going on here, and if not, that's okay too. So the way she described it, it speaks to Lakewood's unique cultural and military history, diversity and indigenous plants. So there's the Geary Oak, the big leaf maple, the Douglas fir, the yellow water lily. There's the facing fortress of Chief Lushai and Fort Silicon Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Silas Casey. Implies unity. Casey fought to pardon Lushai and protect him from an unjust death. So without that, it's not as easy to comprehend everything and all the symbolism. So I just wanted to share that in case anyone asks you about that cabinet. And there it is. This is Artist Paints His Dog by Mauricio Robolino on Grabby Lake at Mountain. Beautiful King of Hearts by the same artist, Grabby Lake and Mountain. The one that can't read it right. So I've got to adjust that. Okay. King of Hearts, yes. And then Wizard Greets the Tree on Gravity Lake on 112th. And then the Flute Player on Bridgeport and Custer Road. So, if you go back, I just wanted to mention, we started out, some boxes are single and some are double, and we started out just, wrapping the big box, but then we discovered that little box needs to be wrapped too. So kind of circled back, and by this time, the artist, we knew we wanted to do the second one. So the artist kind of plays around with the work and just finds something that'll, transition nicely.
Oh, that's
Biodiversity by Rosa Cruz. So you're hearing some of the same artists, but they do such a nice job. On Gravity Lake and Main Street. And this is the same artist who's Wildflowers. And then this was just a mural that was created in 2021. Murals are also on our public art program. And we didn't do one this year, but that was done the first year.
I'm so glad you brought up murals. I would love to see something in the public art maybe start to be explored about big mural. Pretty.
Where?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's the one thing that's really holding us back is where is
So
there
maybe
location?
we need to talk about that too.
That could be a good subcommittee.
I think it would be
project.
great. Do you guys like murals? Like, I don't know if that's
It's the
just
very
me.
first thing on our public art. So,
I
yes,
love
this
murals.
group has
And I was
approved
just in Portland last week, and of course there's like murals everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just stuck out to me that we need more murals.
And they're cost effective.
They really are.
So the murals in the signal boxes were the first things on our public art program, because it's a great, easy way to get started, because it's not overly expensive. But we have to come up with a site if we
We
can.
So, yeah, I think if we could talk about that, see that, explore that, I think that would be really cool.
Okay, thank you, Earl. You can go ahead now.
No, thank you, Sally. I'm glad you put that together. It's always neat to see our past work. So, the last ones we implemented, we kind of did like a block, of, we did a Gravity Lake Drive and kind of down just to kind of get a little, everything a little bit more noticed. So I thought we would do the same thing, but we would kind of focus more on South Tacoma Way, heading towards the International District and a little part of Steilacoom as well. So, the first one I thought it would be kind of interesting would be, Highway 512 and South Tacoma Way, where it intersects right there. But the more when I was kind of putting this together, this location where I was giving some thought about it, and I'm like, there's so much activity there. I mean, I'm not sure if a box would actually get noticed on that intersection or not, because I mean, there's so much traffic and that intersection is so large. It was one of the first thoughts that I did have, but I'm also, wanting to maybe put that on a little bit lower down on the list, just because it's such a massive intersection. And I think it would, wrapping it just might simply get lost. Let's see, does anybody have any kind of opinion on that? Because like I'd said, I didn't really think about it until like after the fact. I'm like, this is just too big of an intersection, I think, maybe for this kind of a project. Any thoughts on that from anyone?
I think they should all be wrapped, no matter where they're at, because they're
All
ugly.
in due time, Patty. Okay, next slide.
Well, that one might be where we get really specific about the artwork and make sure that it's got good color and pop and, so that it can stand out,
Right, I was gonna say, it could be like tribal quilts or the colorful rocks, not like the curiosity cabinet or something.
Right.
Where you need to look, yeah.
Because
So
I think it
a
should be
pattern.
wrapped. It's just it's probably the largest intersection in the entire city. And there's, and people are just kind of focused on just getting through there as much as they can. So
Have any of the boxes been tagged?
Pardon?
Have any of the
Yes,
boxes
it's fun.
been tagged?
Yes, one has, and it was cleaned immediately and very easily.
Yeah. And that was the
So it
Rosa
wasn't-
Cruz one on 108th and Bridgeport. So. And then the next box I thought would be, you know, right there kind of outside Paldo World where the Starlight Theater used to be. So these are older photographs from Google Maps, of course. There's a whole distribution facility on this corner right now, but heavy traffic, great visibility on this one. And so, yeah, I think that could be a definite potential one to actually wrap as well. So next one. And then moving down the street a little bit, we'd be like on 100th and South Tacoma Way. That's a great double box. Once again, that's a lot of visibility. And the box is kind of like right in front where people are taking a right onto South Tacoma Way from 100th. So it'll be kind of, you know, directly in their line of sight when they're actually making that right-hand turn to go to South Tacoma Way or to get onto I-5 north or southbound. So one, you know, double box, high traffic and great visibility on this one as well. Most of the ones on South Tacoma Way are going to be huge amounts of traffic. Next slide. And then I thought it would be kind of cool to do the one right there on Steilacoom and South Tacoma Way, right outside the Jack in the Box. Once again, it's not hidden. It's right there front and center, kind of on the left-hand side when you're coming down Steilacoom Boulevard, just before you get to South Tacoma Way, obviously, because, you know, Jack in the Box is right there. And plus, I think that area is all newly constructed. Is like some of the streets are all newly constructed as far as the sidewalks go. So it's very, you know, clean canvas in that one. So then next slide. And then there's that stoplight that's right before this one, because we've got that weird little kind of double spot, you know, stoplight where there, you've got all that little transitioning kind of going on. And so it's 88th and South Tacoma Way right on the other side of the Jack in the Box. So I thought that would give us kind of a potential to maybe do a series that were two that were kind of maybe integrated to each other, that had some common theme, just because they're so close together, that I thought it would be kind of interesting to actually just do some sort of a common theme to kind of highlight either that talking point, what the artist is just wanting to convey or display at that time too.
Would you guys like some of the boxes at least to speak to the international district, you know, be thematic that way? That would be nice. I would like that. Yeah.
I was actually thinking the same thing about a couple of them. So like the one that's by Curbside Motors, terrible with street names, but the one that you showed, I think one slide before, two slides before, that one right there.
And then the Paldo World one too, which is a big one.
Yep.
And then even like the one that's one more. No, that one right there. That's right by the casino.
Yeah.
So maybe doing something with some kind of tribal representation or some just.
Ooh, good idea. I like that, Darwin.
Coincide with the area, and then the one that's by Starlight Theater. Well, the old Starlight Theater. Right, I was thinking it would be cool if maybe we could do something to represent the history of that not being there. There was a lot of kind of conversation when that was demolished, just because of the history. So I think we could kind of use these to tie back to specific things within the community. So that, I was thinking that as well.
Are you putting general, just like, could you put some general themes out when you're asking again for
Well,
artists?
we're doing it a little different in that we've gotten more to handpicking the artists.
That's what I thought.
And then we show them the location and have them speak to that.
So one of the things that I thought of is, oh, sorry, I was just gonna say, one thing I thought of, and it could be just because I have an 11-year-old, but I thought of something like a Kauai, you know, the Kauai style. Do you guys know what that is? Nobody knows what that is? So it's like those little, like they have like the little eyes with the lashes, and they're, I'll have to find something.
One of those kind of emoji things.
Yeah, kind of, but it could play well, and it's really cute for art. I don't know. I guess I'm the only one.
I'm gonna do a time check at 6:10 and I'm gonna conclude at 6:15, so.
Yep. So, yeah, so we've got only a few more locations if we want to. Okay, you're getting me lost, and, okay, and then, so yeah, 88, okay, next slide. And then, so Steilacoom Boulevard in Lakeview, that's right outside Mountain View Cemetery. Good visibility on those boxes, especially if you're coming down Lakeview Drive and on both sides of Steilacoom. And then we've got, so we could even choose to, do a little series on this one because we've got 3 of those boxes or so, but we can maybe only wrap 2 or so. Next slide. And then this is going to be, this is the entrance to the McGavick Center and Clover Park Technical College. So this would be, I think, a really cool one where we could showcase something really neat, either about the Clover Park Technical College or even the McGavick Center itself. Next slide. And then Steilacoom Boulevard and Gravelly Lake Drive, where, let's see, this one, I feel this intersection is such a heavily trafficked area, and it's so drab to me sometimes. It would be great to have a little bit of pop of color, into this, especially on this intersection.
I was gonna use another word, but I just said drab.
Drab, we're sticking with drab.
So next slide. And then this is going to be Steilacoom and Bridgeport. And once again, we've got 3 boxes. We don't have to wrap all 3, but if we did have it in the budget to do that, it would be kind of cool to actually, again, have some sort of a little theme going on with this. So these are 2 different photos, an older one and a newer one. DeLong's is no longer there, of course. It's the 7-Eleven. That's what you get with Google Maps. So, but again, high traffic and high visibility. And then next slide. And so Bridgeport in 112th. I pass by this all the time, and I really want to have this box wrapped. I don't like the way it's tagged, and then it's been covered over, and it just like, I just really want to have that box wrapped. So I know it is kind of straying away from Steilacoom Boulevard and the other block, but you know what? I'm going to throw my hat on the ring on this one because it's irksome to me at this point. And so next slide. So
it's got a lot of real estate.
Christine had submitted some pieces of art. She's Westfall. She's done current utility boxes. And then she did submit this one to me the other day of the Lotus Blossom. So I thought I'd throw it in there as a potential candidate when we get to that stage, because it's landscaped and it's formatted in a great area to where it could be wrapped around a box. Now, as far as the sea turtle goes, it's beautiful and colorful, but I'm not sure how it's going to be able to be put onto a box. So I've challenged her to try to submit something a little bit along the lines of that, but something that can actually be wrapped around a 3-dimensional object. And then next slide. So this last one, this guy is Chuck Matthias, and he does a lot of art for the Lakewood Historical Society, and I sit on the board for that. I decided to reach out to him to kind of give us some examples because he is so historically, he has a huge orientation towards the history of Lakewood. And I thought it would be kind of neat to take some of these utility box wraps and have a focus on the really colorful, interesting, history of our community. These are just some examples that he kind of put out. I wasn't aware that he actually did the Summerfest one years back, but I think it would be kind of cool to do a showcase of the Speedway on some of the utility box wraps as kind of a race car and landscape that to where the car could kind of, wrap around. And then even to do a utility box wraps with one of the Colonial Center. And then to also highlight our veterans and our troops as well. So he hasn't thrown his hat in the ring, I just thought he was an interesting, artist, that he was really excited about this project. And I thought I kind of wanted to throw it out to the committee to see what their thoughts were on kind of having a little bit integrating more of the history of Lakewood into these utility box wraps, because I think we kind of touched upon that in some of the discussion in this presentation about how interesting that would be. And, taking some like the history of the Starlight Theater, getting some photos of that, doing a painting of it, and putting that on one of something along the lines of that. So that's kind of my presentation for it.
First of all, thank you. That was huge. It's 6:15. I love the idea. I love that speedway. I'm going to quickly, in case anyone has to leave now, I want to quickly say that this Saturday is Fiesta de la Familia, and Sylvie made these beautiful, beautiful posters. And if anyone here has a place to take them and share them, please do. And if you can come out and help decorate from 1 to 4, please do. Or just swing by and enjoy the evening. It starts at 4 and ends at 7:45. Thank you. And then whoever wants to stay and give Earl feedback, we can do that too.
I
love the speedway. Oh, you gotta leave too.
Yeah, I gotta leave.
Awesome work, Earl. I love everything you've proposed.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great night.
I can get out this way, right, Donna?
Yes.